9th, 2024, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The front page is brought to you by Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil. Visit getnativepath.com/EDEMA for up to 66% off and free shipping while supplies last. The Supreme Court expressed deep skepticism about the power of individual states to keep former President Trump off of their election ballots. Alex Sawyer and Stephen Dinan report the justices casted doubt on the Colorado Supreme Court's decision that Trump be disqualified from running in the state's primary election under the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause. A decision siding with Colorado could have sweeping ramifications and pose risks for states that keep his name on their primary ballots. Some worried about a tit-for-tat battle among Republican and Democratic-led states. Other justices expressed concern about the potential chaos if every state goes its own way. A special counsel's report says President Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified national security documents, but no criminal charges are recommended for keeping them. Jeff Murdoch reports special counsel Robert Hur said the president had held on to records from his time as vice president, detailing U.S. foreign policy and military efforts in Afghanistan. Biden also held on to records the special counsel said implicated sensitive intelligence sources and methods. Hur said the president came across as an elderly man with a poor memory and would be a sympathetic figure to a jury. Biden took particular objection to Hur's claim that he couldn't remember within a few years when his son Beau had died. The front page is brought to you by Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil. Native Path Antarctic Krill uses only the purest, highest-grade source of omega-3s from the pristine Antarctic Ocean, and its all-natural, keto-approved ingredients are backed up by solid science. You'll be getting the highest-grade source of omega-3s, as well as the total body benefits of enhanced absorption, plus powerful antioxidants with every dose. And you can order with confidence with a 365-day feel-the-difference money-back guarantee. To order Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil, visit getnativepath.com/EDEMA for up to 66% off and free shipping while supplies last. FBI agents in California have arrested a suspected technology spy for China, charging him with stealing some 3,600 files from a defense contractor. Bill Gertz reports Gong Chengguang of San Jose was charged by federal prosecutors in Los Angeles. He's accused of taking files that include sensitive information on advanced sensors used to detect missile launches. The affidavit states the technology involved is worth hundreds of millions of dollars and, if provided to a foreign government, would compromise U.S. national security. The bulk of the Republican Party is in lockstep with Donald Trump, even as he faces 91 charges in 4 criminal cases. Susan Friicchio reports Trump's popularity with voters has lifted him back in command over the party. If he wins in November, his tenure at the top is poised to outlast most other Republican leaders in the modern era, at least since Ronald Reagan. Trump held sway over Republicans this week in helping sink bipartisan legislation for the southern U.S. border that also included aid for Israel and Ukraine. And finally, America's biggest sporting event, the Super Bowl, has made it to the unlikeliest of places, America's gambling and entertainment capital, Las Vegas. 7 years ago, the NFL banned then Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo from appearing at a fantasy football convention in the city. Now, Super Bowl 58 has descended on the Las Vegas Strip with a pomp and circumstance that would have been hard to fathom back then. Over the past 2 decades, the league had been dipping into gambling-adjacent products and seeing the revenue possibilities, but it was a Supreme Court decision in 2018 striking down a law that prohibited betting in most states that opened a door to a union between the NFL and the gambling capital of the world. And, in an ironic twist, Romo himself will help usher in the partnership as the color commentator for the Super Bowl telecast on CBS. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.